Hey guys, it's Matt from Tech1. Sorry about the outfit. I couldn't sleep, so I figured I'd come down and make a video. And the reason I couldn't sleep is because of this cryostat. This belongs to a local lab, and they called us up and they said the chamber isn't cooling. And usually when the chamber isn't cooling, what it means is there's a refrigeration problem in the unit, and we only do refrigeration at our shop in Franklin Park. The reason for this is to do it in a hospital, you'd have to take in a lot of compressed gases and pumps and actually a torch, and it's hard to find a place to light a torch in a hospital. Anyway, as it turns out once we got it back to the shop, I realized that it wasn't a refrigeration problem. It was a problem with the settings. Certain cryostats, and this is a much older Leica, but the newer ones actually have this same feature, you are able to turn off the compressor from the front panel. And this is a feature for ones that have a separate specimen cooling system. I think other manufacturers do a similar thing, but this happens to be a Leica. Anyway, stick around and I'll show you what the problem was and how to fix it yourself. Thanks a lot. So hopefully you can see this has a refrigerated specimen head, and that's what all these pipes are right here. And this is so you can set the temperature of your refrigerated specimen head, and this is so you can set the chamber temperature. Well, on this particular model, if you hit the negative key and then hit the key, which that is a key in case you can't tell, it'll turn that compressor off, and you'll notice the 2 decimal points there are blinking. Well, you can actually do the same thing with the chamber temperature, where you hit the negative key and then you hit the key, and now these lights are blinking. And now none of the compressors in this cryostat are turning on, and so the temperature is just going to rise up to room temperature. So to fix that, you would just hit the negative key again, hit the key button again, and the decimal points went away. Same with this one. The decimal points went away, and now all of our temperatures will go down to, well, it only is down to -5 there, but we can set it to wherever we want, and it'll work just fine. So, pardon the noise, the compressor just kicked in. And the same for this. This is set to -30, and this will gradually get down to -30. Anyway, hopefully you found that interesting, and as I said, this is a much older Leica cryostat, but their newer versions that have a dual refrigeration system, a refrigeration system for the object head, actually have a very similar function, and it's not the easiest thing in the world to mistakenly turn off, but it can happen, and we've seen it a few times. So thanks for watching, and if you have any questions, email me, call me, comment below, and see you later. Thanks. Anyway, hopefully you found that helpful and interesting. As I said, this is a much older Leica cryostat.